Players will now find themselves increasingly confronted with the off-the-field demands and distractions that accompany pro sports. Having a trusted advisor to take the lead on such matters is a huge plus, allowing a player to keep...
Welcome back to the Major League Baseball First-Year Player Draft. With the 30th pick of the third round, the Chicago Cubs select the closing pitcher from the West region.
The awaited moment arrives. For some, it may not have arrived at the particular moment they'd envisioned. This player's lack of enthusiasm raises a red flag to the drafting team's general manager. A new draftee would rarely be expected to challenge the patience of a Major League GM. A Major League GM would rarely be expected to tolerate it for long. And the draftee's advisor would certainly not be expected to react well to hearing about it. This coach is livid with his former star. The player is updated on where things now stand after the awkward phone call. It's decided. The player will try his luck again in next year's draft. A player who has returned after a stint in college will have had plenty of time to visualize and mentally prepare for the day's events. Having turned in another Scout Day performance, this player and his advisor discuss his next move. The player will say yes to this year's Topps Showcase games. He hopes the additional experience he gained playing at the college level will show and be noticed.
Digging in to try it again,
Leading
Eli Feliciano. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that.
And we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
First baseman number
Into
17.
the windup and the pitch. Tino Diaz comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul.
Hey, get him yourself right here.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
The right fielder number 34.
Johnny Guzman is in with 2
Guzman.
away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Throw to first in plenty of time, and his side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning.
Your
Marcellus
attention, please.
Reese is ready, and he'll...
Here now our final line score. First for the...
Danny Whalen, a right-hander from the Keystone State, gets the ball as
Leading
the
off for the
starter in this one. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, it's pretty basic. His stuff is good, but he's only going to bring 3 pitches at you. So as a hitter, it's easy to process elimination to start eliminating pitches, but he's very good with the 3.
Here's a blooper out toward left center. Quinones moving forward. He can't get there as it falls in. Ready for another chance. Cal Suzuki
Third baseman.
hit out toward second. And a diving effort there, but it'll come up empty. It's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Here's the first pitch to him. Felipe Vargas is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
That's a good pitch right there. Now he's ahead in the count. You got the hitter back on his heels a little bit. Even though it's a tough situation, you know you're going to have to use all your pitches to pitch out of it.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He was fortunate. He just fouled it off.
The next 0-2 misses, and that'll... And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Another 1-2 delivery. Soft liner toward first. But this is speared by the first baseman. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bill Case. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. Comes set and the 0-1. There's a fastball that just misses, ball 1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind.
Everybody knows he's got that fastball that gets up at 100 miles an hour. Just have to be ready to swing.
Ball 2. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out. Striding in once again, Doug Piper. He's 0 for 1 thus far. It's swung on and hit in the air. Hatch is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there.
For the East, 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the home team,
with the 25th pick of the 3rd round, the Los Angeles Dodgers select the closing pitcher from the West region.
Intent on improving his previous performance, he shuts out all Having turned in another Scout Day performance, this player and his advisor discuss his next move. The player will say yes to this year's top showcase games. He hopes the additional experience he gained playing at the college level will show and be noticed.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we get the ball rolling with an intriguing matchup on day one between the prospects from the West region and the prospects from the Central region. Striding in once again, Corey Gilmore comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And a fastball's off the plate away. It's ball one. Squared that one up just a little late.
That's a big fastball, obviously, and we're going to see this reliever throw it a lot.
And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. Throw just in time, and oh, that was awfully close. Digging in to try it again, Barry Merritt. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike one. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw gets him, 2 down. Digging in once again, Rick Sams. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. And that's in there for strike one. Down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike two. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to lay off right now.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Brian Castilla. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. One game for each team is in the books, and now it's on to day 2, and we've got a good matchup ahead between the prospects from the West region and the prospects representing the East. Leslie Sanchez, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, he throws the basic fastball, curveball, changeup, and I've always felt like the fastball, curveball, changeup was the most difficult because it gives you a different angle to look at the ball coming, a different plane on all 3 of the pitches.
Ready for another chance? Marco Alonso. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
1 strike.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
No, that's down.
And that one stayed too low, apparently. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Probably good he didn't make contact on that one. It's so tough to get around on a fastball up and in.
Into the box, Luther Walls, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I like it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box again.
Randy Pitts is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their tough. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here. And with that, this one is over.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with a victory and look on to the next one.
For the West, 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Welcome, everyone, to this year's Major League Baseball first-year player draft. Today, with the 18th pick in the first round, the Seattle Mariners select the closing pitcher from the West region.
A Double-A manager addresses his team before their season opener. For many of these young men, it is their first game as a professional.
Your attention,
Number 18
please.
takes the
Now
mound as he's
pitching
been
for the
called upon to
Travelers,
pitch.
Number 18.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Lorenzo Santiago stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Ready with the 3-0. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to.
And another foul ball. Another payoff pitch. Look out as this bat shatters on impact. Bounced slowly back toward the mound. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Darnell Botts is at the plate as he looks at ball one.
Boy, man, I tell you, that looked like a good pitch right there. That looked like that pitch was in the zone. He just missed it.
Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1. And he'll take a look at a strike on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. All tied at 1-1. Ready once again, Anthony Nomo. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball one. And, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
But an atom ball right to him for the first out. Digging in and looking for more, Andy Adams. He's 2 for 3 thus far. First pitch is a sinker for a called strike one. Just a bit high that time as he misses for a ball. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And that one stayed up a little high. Into the windup, here's the 2-1 pitch. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Hard hit ball to short. Scooped up. Throw gets him. 2 down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mariano Perez. Squared that one up just a little late.
That was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Man, a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Haniger in pursuit. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Nothing across here this half. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. Gary. Well, sometimes that defining moment of the game is the ending. He came in and he erased any hope the opposition may have had, and for that, he's our top player. Number 18 enters from the bullpen to do the pitching.
Number 18.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mariano Perez. He'll be the one to lead it off, needing one to tie in the top of the 9th. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Squared that one up just a little late.
He's clearly looking to 2 fastballs now in a row.
Swing and a line drive. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. The 9th inning's underway with a leadoff man aboard via the single. Striding in once again, Teddy Duran. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out. Digging in once again, Reed Brignac, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. That's a ball 2.
Clearly staying away from him in this at bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
And the pitch on 2-1. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's
a fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb.
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. Throw comes in quickly now, so that tying run will be forced to hold on at third here, still with only one away. Stepping in now, Robert Winston, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
No doubt. Some saves come easier than others, and I know this all too well. They're really making wrapping this thing up a difficult task. Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone.
Back to first, a double play, and with that, the ball game is over. And guys, a very important outing turned in on the mound for the man you see right there. He was a big factor, of course, and is the recipient of our top.
A team of many first-time pros gets their first taste of a sweep.
Number 18 is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Number 18.
Digging in to try it again, Nelson Castillo. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. And he falls behind now, 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Missed with it again, and it's 3-0 now. The high fastball is in there. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. And it, in fact, lands in the corner, foul.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Now a flare out toward right center. Lopez has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
Now batting, shortstop
Hunter McReel comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. This one's flared out toward left. In there, a base hit.
Hold it.
Ready once again, Lenny Willis. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it. So he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
On to first, and he rolls a double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching.